Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles.
And it is Jar of Marbles, starring me, and my name is Bob. I am Bob, the star of Jar of Marbles.
That was really good, Bob.
Yeah, I thought so.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anyway, this week I'd like to talk a little bit about karma.
Am I going to like this?
You might. Karma, the universe's very own cosmic scoreboard, balancing the highs and lows, the do's and the don'ts, with the elegance of a cat napping in the sun.
Oh, yeah?
Some say it's like a boomerang, but I like to think of it more like a magic spell, unpredictable, sometimes mischievous, but always a little bit poetic in its own mysterious way.
Once again, I've entered our town's annual tightest hat competition. This year I'm really hoping I can pull it off. Get it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they just announced the winner of the neckwear competition. It was a tie.
Oh,
Not bad, eh?
yeah, not bad. Yeah, you're right, eh?
Imagine this, you're walking down the street with your brand new shoes and you trip over a crack in the pavement. That, my friend, could be karma gently whispering, remember when you mocked that person for stumbling in public last week?
Were you there?
No, Bob. Or maybe it's the universe just having a giggle.
Yeah, we had a bit of a giggle.
Because karma doesn't always show up with a bow tie and a formal punishment. Oh no, it's much more subtle than that. Sometimes karma is the universe's gentle nudge, like the breeze that moves a leaf from one side of the street to the other, causing you to cross paths with someone you haven't seen in years.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
It's not about grand paybacks or getting everything we deserve in one fell swoop. No, it's about the tiny moments, the smile you give a stranger, the kindness you show when no one's looking, or the things you do simply because you want to do good in the world. Because believe it or not, those things ripple out.
Tell me about the ripple out, the ripple effect.
Well, imagine karma like ripples in a pond. Then think about the influence of social media today.
Oh, yeah, righto.
One tweet, one post, or even a comment can spread positivity or negativity far beyond what we might imagine.
Oh, yeah, true.
It's the modern version of tossing a pebble into the pond. You toss a pebble, that's your action, and it creates ripples, and they're the consequences.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
But now, imagine if everyone around the pond starts tossing pebbles too. Suddenly, those ripples interact, overlap, and create a complex web of waves. That's collective karma, the cumulative effects of the actions, intentions, and choices of a group, be it a community, society, or even humanity as a whole.
Oh boy, drowning in the cumulative effects here. You know, it's funny how people believe in Wi-Fi, invisible waves powering everything, but still think that energy, frequency and vibration is some kind of nonsense.
Precisely. May not have joined the dots, perhaps, I don't know.
Perhaps.
Karma may not have come as you expected, but somewhere, somehow, the balance is being maintained. Karma is like that mysterious friend who always in the background pulling the strings, and not to make things even, to make sure things unfold in their right cosmic order. Sometimes karma is a warm hug in disguise, and other times it's more like an inconvenient plot twist. But it always leaves you with a lesson, one you didn't see coming, but that somehow makes sense in the grand puzzle of life.
Yeah, I always say, karma, no need for revenge. Just sit back and wait. Those who hurt you will eventually screw up themselves, and if you're really lucky, God will let you watch. Yeah.
So, next time you're faced with a moment of choice, remember the universe is watching. But it's not as much about scoring points as it is about finding harmony. Do good, be kind, and who knows, maybe the next time you trip, you'll land in exactly the right spot. Or, at the very least, you'll find that your shoes have a little extra magic in them.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Have you ever loved someone so much that you wanted to keep them hidden from the world and have them all to yourself? Well, apparently that's called kidnapping.
Yeah, well, that'd be right, Bob.
Yeah, apparently.
The concept of karma is one of the most profound and widely discussed ideas in Indian philosophy, rooted in the teachings of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Karma explains the relationship between actions and their consequences. But what does karma really mean, and how does it affect our lives?
Karma, what goes around comes around.
Yeah, then there's how people treat you is your karma and how you react is theirs.
Oh, yeah, eh?
Call it fate, call it luck, call it karma. I believe everything happens for a reason, and sometimes we don't understand. Sometimes we've just got to move on. Some have an understanding that karma isn't complicated or even particularly philosophical. Karma, a concept with deep roots in several Eastern philosophies and religions, is mostly commonly associated with Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism, as I said. But while its exact origin is difficult to pinpoint, it is clear that it began as a spiritual and philosophical idea with ancient roots in the Indian subcontinent.
As I was getting into bed, she said, "You're drunk." And I said, "How do you know that?" She said, "Because you live next door." Oh, whoopsie daisy do. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying.
I don't think you were saying anything.
Yeah, well, you carry on then.
Well, thanks for that, Bob.
Yeah, it's all right.
So, the idea of karma is tied to the cycle of samsara, which is reincarnation, meaning that one's actions in this life will influence their future lives.
Karma has no problem getting back in touch with you when need be.
Well, yes, Bob, and the idea of karma is more clearly explained in terms of one's actions binding them to the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth.
When a woman says, "What?" it's not because she didn't hear you. She's giving you a chance to change what you said.
Very good, Bob.
Yeah, I know this stuff. I'm not sure how many cookies it takes to be happy, but so far it's not 27. I like the idea that karma never loses an address.
I recall moments when I was relieved by that thought myself, Bob, but revenge will never solve anything.
Yeah, but karma will.
Well, the Buddha emphasised that karma is not fate, but rather a law of moral cause and effect, where actions performed with a motivated mind, whether good or bad, shapes one's future.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I think I'm a bit enlightened, reasonably intelligent, and sometimes I click the remote car door lock a second or third time for extra lockiness.
Thank you for your contribution, Bob.
Yeah, it's all right.
Unlike Hinduism, which also incorporates the idea of divine forces, Buddhism teaches that individuals have the agency to influence their karma through personal effort and ethical conduct.
I know the voices aren't real, but wow, do they come up with some great ideas.
I'm with you on that, Bob.
Yeah, okay. So what about Jainism? Is that about Tarzan's girlfriend Jane?
Well, no. So Jainism, which also originated in India around the same time as Buddhism, teaches that karma is a form of matter that attaches to the soul, influencing its spiritual progress.
Oh, geez, I'm so glad I asked.
Yeah, so am I.
It's called karma. It's pronounced
I like where you're going with that, Bob.
So asceticism, do I want to know what that is?
I don't know, Bob, do you?
Yeah, all right, lay it on me.
Well, it's a lifestyle characterised by abstinence from worldly pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, but no thanks. Yeah, but please go on.
Don't want to know about that?
No, not really.
The concept of karma in ancient texts, the foundational texts of these religions such as the Bhagavad Gita in Hinduism and the Dhammapada in Buddhism, help solidify the central idea of karma as it relates to morality and personal responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
So, in these texts, the relationship between action, karma, and spiritual development is highlighted as essential for understanding the nature of existence and the path towards liberation.
I did not know this, but now I do. Hey, do you ever meet a person for the first time and want to buy them a toaster for their bathtub? Yeah. Better watch out for karma though, eh?
Well, I think we'll just watch out for you, Bob.
So, if you want to grab yourself some karma, only in India?
Well, while karma has deep roots in Indian traditions, it has also spread beyond the subcontinent over centuries. As Buddhism spread through Asia, karma became a key concept in countries like China, Japan, and Southeast Asia.
When people have done awful things, I've often waited for karma to show up, but it doesn't work out like that, does it? Very disappointing. But I did think when karma comes back to punch in the face, I want to be there just in case it needs help. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
In the modern world, karma has been adopted and adapted into various secular and New Age philosophies, often focusing on the idea of what goes around comes around.
Oh, yeah, karma's always watching like Santa Claus, only bitchier.
Or that good actions will eventually result in positive outcomes. It is believed that the concept of karma originates from the ancient Indian philosophical traditions, where it has been used to explain the moral consequences of actions and the cycle of birth, death and rebirth.
Oh, yes. You say drunk and disorderly, I say spirited and spontaneous.
So a day-to-day approach to karma is about consciously choosing actions, words and thoughts that create positive energy and align with principles of kindness, compassion and balance.
Karma has no menu. You get served what you deserve.
Ooh, you're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Karma, in its simplest form, is the idea that every action we take, whether positive or negative, has consequences, and these consequences can influence our present and our
Future?
yeah.
I found a mask, a whip and some handcuffs in my mum's drawer today. Can't believe she's a superhero. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So by being mindful of how we interact with the world daily, we can cultivate a sense of responsibility and harmony in our lives.
And we like that. We want more of that.
We do. And here's how to apply karma in everyday life. Number one, I would say, is mindful actions. Start your day with awareness, whether it's getting out of bed, preparing breakfast, or commuting to work. Do these things with mindfulness. Paying attention to your physical movements can help set a tone of balance.
Karma, life's little way of saying, how do you like that, ding dong?
Okay. Each small action, from holding the door for someone to picking up litter, it has a ripple effect. A kind gesture today might inspire another act of kindness later. When I'm driving and I give way to other drivers, I'm thinking, I hope that they let someone else in, keep passing on a bit of kindness on the roads. I mean, if we don't give way...
Yeah, it could get a bit messy.
Yeah, and it does at times. Number two, intentions matter. Every thought and intention you carry in your mind has the potential to influence the energy around you.
Yeah, that's so true.
It is.
Did you know that the main function of your little toe is making sure all the furniture in the house is in the right place? Ow!
My word, yes, Bob. I know that one. My little toe knows that one. Did that last week. Ouch! It was. Make sure your intentions align with your highest values, whether it's love, compassion, honesty, or integrity. Before you speak or act, ask yourself, what is my intention? Is this coming from a place of kindness or negativity?
Geez, imagine if more of us ask of ourselves to stop first, to get the brain in gear first. I mean, I can't hardly imagine that.
Hashtag karma. Number three. You've got a point there, Bob. Practice empathy. Approach interactions with others with empathy and understanding. Karma emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings.
Oh, yeah.
By practicing compassion and treating others with respect, you contribute to their well-being and your own.
Yeah, I like that.
If someone behaves negatively towards you, instead of reacting with anger or frustration, pause.
Yeah, walk on, dwellers, walk on. Yeehaw! Karma serving up justice, one asshole at a time. Yeah!
Bob.
No, so I was just, thinking. I was pondering that exercise. Gives you energy, but you need energy to exercise. Sounds like a pyramid scheme to me.
Number four, positive speech.
Oh, yes-a-roo.
Words have power.
Yes, they do.
They build bridges. Practice speaking with honesty, but also with kindness and consideration for how your words will affect others. Speak positively and kindly to yourself.
You do that, don't you?
Yep, I do try to do that, especially if I'm on my own or if I'm in the car. I tell myself lovely things.
That's being aware, isn't it? That's that being aware thing.
Well, I suppose so, Bob, yeah. Complimenting. Remember that.
And may I say you look particularly stunning today?
Oh, thank you, Bob. And you too.
Oh, thank you.
Sometimes we think kind thoughts about others and fail to say them. So it's lovely to give encouraging words to others, and it's good for your own soul.
Your own karma?
You've got it, Bob. So yes, be encouraging and offering support are simple ways to create positive karma through speech. And number 5, personal growth and reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on your actions, think on your day.
Hey, karma, I have a list of people I think you might have missed. How about that for a list, eh? Thoughts?
Consider whether your choices were in alignment with your core values and what you can learn from the experiences.
Apparently 30% of owners let their pets sleep in their bed. I tried it, and my goldfish died.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah, it was just a joke. Or was it?
Hashtag karma. If you realise you've made a mistake or acted out of frustration, use this awareness as an opportunity to grow and change. Self-reflection is key in cultivating positive karma. With the many ups and downs in life, maybe try to gently come back to ourselves, come back to our centre. Sometimes we have to go backwards before we can go forward, and that's perfectly fine. It turns out you can't skip anything in life.
Yesterday I ate a clock. It was very time consuming, especially when I went back for seconds. Seconds! Yeah! Yeah.
And number 6, gratitude and acknowledgement. Practice gratitude each day. Recognise the good in your life and the kindness you've received from others. Being grateful helps shift your focus towards abundance and positivity.
And we do like ourselves in an abundant and positive state, don't we?
Well, yes, it's rather nice. Acknowledge the goodness in others. Showing appreciation can inspire more of that goodness, furthering the cycle of positive karma.
One day I was born, then everything bothered me. And then that just brings us all up to date. Ha! Ha!
Yeah. Number 7, forgiveness. Karma is not about perfect actions, but about growth and learning.
Oh, thank Rod for that, I say.
Holding grudges or resentment can create negative energy, so it's important to forgive others and yourself. And in regard to forgiveness, I think it is important to say we're not bothered so much with forgiving the act, but releasing them from your mind and not paying for the rest of your life what they don't understand or get. Forgive to move on. Hashtag karma.
I'm not usually in the mood for revenge, but I will take front row to the karma smackdown. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I'll have a seat.
Letting go of anger and choosing peace helps free you from the cycle of negativity and open space for more positive karma to flow.
Research shows that laughing for 2 minutes is just as healthy as a 20-minute jog. So now I'm sitting in the path laughing at all the joggers. Ha!
Welcome in number 8, helping others. Acts of service, no matter how small, can create positive karma. I love helping others. Offering help to someone in need, whether it's listening to a friend or volunteering your time, builds positive energy that returns to you.
A detective showed up at our house and asked me where I was between 5 and 6. I told him I was at school. Well, I was. True story. Yeah.
Even offering a kind word or a listening ear can help make a really significant difference to someone's day. It can't it?
And you feel good yourself. It's nice.
Yeah, it is. And number 9, recognise and adjust. Sometimes karma doesn't always show immediate results. Oh, isn't that the truth?
Oh, no. Yeah, I like to thank whoever told my mum that WTF means, well, that's fantastic, because her texts are so much more fun now. I hope Mum's not listening.
It's important to be patient and recognise that the effects of your actions might manifest over time. If you notice patterns of negative experiences, it might be a sign to adjust your approach, whether it's altering your mindset. Let's face it, it starts there.
Yeah, our mindset.
Yeah, changing how you interact with others, how you think, what you're thinking about, or deepening your own self-awareness. Number 10, live in harmony.
Oh, yeah, baby. Bring on the harmony, baby. Yeah.
Ultimately, karma is about living in harmony with the universe and others. It's about creating balance within yourself and with the world around you. Striving to live with this awareness in your daily life helps you align with the flow of positive energy.
I've worked out that if I'm struggling to get your wife's attention, just sit down and look comfortable.
She got a point there.
Yeah, I know.
By incorporating these daily practices into your routine, you can create a positive, karmic cycle both for yourself and those around you. Every thought, word and action has the power to shape your life.
And we know that, right?
We have to remind ourselves if we slip up though, because we will.
Yeah, okay.
So what we say and do in the world can be subtle, but it's still meaningful and hopefully to yourself. The more you invest in cultivating good karma, the more peace and positivity.
Positivity?
Oh, shut up, Bob. Positivity will flow into your life. And that is a fact.
How about story time? Tell me a story to understand.
Okay, here we go. So let's call this the selfish businessman. Of once upon a time, there was a businessman named Bob.
Oh, there's a great name.
Now, he is known for his ruthlessness in the office. He would often cut corners, undercut his employees, and lie to clients just to make, quick profit or get out of things. He believed that only the strong survived in the corporate world and that kindness had no place in business. So one day, a new client walked into his office, a young woman named
Linda.
Yeah, well, okay, Linda, who had a small startup and was seeking a partnership. Bob, seeing the opportunity to make a large sum of money, promised her the world but secretly planned to exploit her. He convinced her to sign a contract that would drain her company dry, leaving her with nothing but debt.
Oh, no, don't do it, Linda. Too late. Hey, there's no better karate lesson than a spider web in your face. Choppity, choppity, chop, top.
So, months passed, and while Bob's business flourished, Linda's startup crumbled and she was forced to close it. But karma was watching.
Keep watching, karma.
A year later, Bob found himself in a similar situation. His company was struggling due to a new competitor, and a new contract he had signed with a foreign investor turned out to be a scam.
Oh dear, how sad.
The deal drained his finances and he lost everything.
Oh, boo-hoo. Karma's coming for you, Bob. No, wait a minute.
Bob lost his wealth, reputation, even the respect of his employees, who eventually left the company. As he sat in his now empty office, he couldn't help but think back to Linda. Her kindness and sincerity had cost her, but in the end, she found a new way to rebuild.
Of course she did.
That's right. While Bob, his greed and selfishness, having led him astray, was left to face the consequences of his actions.
Bob sucks, man.
But you don't, Bob.
Yeah, thanks. How does karma get us?
Well, it shows up in usually the most unpredictable way.
Big shout out to those whose kindness isn't a tactic but a way of life. Yeah! Yeah, yay! Yay, yeah!
Good on you, Bob.
Yeah!
Karma tends to show up unpredictably because it's not bound by linear time or specific cause and effect patterns that we can easily track. It's often described as a law of action and consequence, but it doesn't always unfold in ways that are immediately obvious or predictable, and here's why. The complexity of interactions, our actions, both positive and negative, ripple out and affect others in ways that we may not see.
Hey, you can tell a lot about a woman by her hands. For example, if they're wrapped around your throat, she's probably upset.
You think, Bob?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Karma might not return directly from the person or situation we acted toward. It could come from an entirely different source, and don't we know that? And that is the truth, making it harder to anticipate. Timing. The effects of karma often unfold over time, sometimes much later than we expect. Something good or bad you did years ago might come back when you least expect it.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, actually, that's true.
Yeah, the unseen forces. Karma doesn't always work according to our limited human understanding. What we see as a bad experience might actually be a course correction. And in introspect, I have learnt to marvel at that, or a lesson for something bigger, and I love that too.
Yeah, me too.
Correspondingly, a good event may not immediately seem like it's from good karma. Then there's patterns beyond our control. Sometimes karma events seem to come out of nowhere because they're a part of a bigger pattern that we're not fully aware of. Our lives are interwoven with others in ways that we can't predict or know, and karma plays out within those webs.
My emotional support animal is a chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Tub of potato and gravy with a roll. Yeah.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah. I waved to a woman because I thought she waved to me. Apparently she waved to another man. So to get out of the awkward situation, I kept my hand up and a taxi pulled over and drove me to the airport. I'm now in Poland starting a new life.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah, no, I was too embarrassed.
Karma, a concept rooted in various spiritual traditions, suggests that our actions, whether good or bad, have consequences that ripple through our lives and the lives of others. It's a reminder that we are all interconnected and our choices can lead to outcomes beyond our immediate understanding. I hope that if you've enjoyed this week's subject, karma, a few people had emailed me to talk about it. I hope that it was interesting enough. I hope that it was thought-provoking.
Oh yeah, I think it was thought-provoking. Yeah.
That's good, Bob. Anyway, we're going to have to say goodbye.
Oh no, surely not.
Yes, I do think we are going to have to. The time is up, and I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. I always appreciate it when you do. And so say good day to the family for me. Give the fly a buzz, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Okay then.
Bye. Bye-bye then.
Bye. Bye.